see. Okay. Oh, we got someone in the chat already. Yeah. Okay, Margaret can attend. Should we reschedule? Oh, it was a direct message to me. No reschedule. Can you hear me, Jennifer? No way. Let's go ahead. So we have a couple sick people. We have a couple sick people. Who's on besides me? Let's see. So, oh, I see Jennifer's on, but she's sick and can't speak. Second choice was Nicole, who's so sick, she can't come to the meeting. I'm number 3. I'm the third choice. So I will be moderating the discussion. And I will also be speaking in the role of PTO treasurer when that time is appropriate. So the question was posed in the chat by Jennifer, who can chat to me anyway. You know, with a couple, we got a couple key people missing, and Margaret is also not able to make it. The question was, should we reschedule or defer the meeting? I don't know. I feel like we could probably press ahead. It's being recorded, right? So we'll capture the essence of what the reporting is. And we might not get the report from Nicole on some of the fundraising, but maybe we will get some of that. And if not, we'll get that from Nicole later. Is everybody okay with that? Okay. So I don't know if we were able to email out the agenda or if I only got a copy of that. Okay, I can't hear anyone. Could somebody speak for a moment? I just want to make sure my audio is working.
I hear you.
Can you hear me, Robert?
Thank you. It's like a voice from above.
And we did get an agenda.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Good. So agenda, let's see if I can find my copy. And I will read through it. And PTO meeting. Is that it? Feeling better? Oh, here we go, right here. So I launched it on my other screen here. So welcome, Happy New Year. Stacy Newman stepping down as 4th grade teacher representative, is that true? We're gonna welcome Jen Roeder and Katie Pupino as the new 4th grade teacher representatives. Is that correct? Do we have them on? There's so many of you. Here's Jen right there. Excellent.
Cooking dinner. I hope you don't mind, I'm cooking dinner.
I know. It's like I get the dinner ready at 5:30 and I serve it to the family and I walk away from it. It's the worst possible time for a meeting. Okay, so let's do the reports. The first report is by the secretary, Margaret, who's not here, but I believe what she would say is, does anybody have any comments or about the minutes from the previous meeting? Did everybody get a copy of the minutes from the previous meeting and have a chance to look at them? Okay, so I don't know if we have to have a motion to say this, but the meeting minutes from the last meeting appear to be approved by the group. Somebody nod and tell me if we need to do that more officially. But I'm comfortable with that level of acceptance. Okay, as the moderator, I feel like I'm doing a really good job so far.
You're rocking it, Robert. Keep it up, man.
I also feel like we're gonna wrap this meeting up in record time. Oh, the next report is by the treasurer. That's Robert Delory. So I'll go next. I don't know if you got a copy of the financial reports. Did you get that too by email? See some nods? Okay. So this is the standard reports that I prepare on QuickBooks every month. There are 2 reports. The one that I really like, the only one I think you need to look at is that monthly trend. So it lists out all the activities that we either got money for or spent money for by month. Now, this is our first meeting since I think first week of November. And unbelievably, we have not had much activity going through the books even since that time. So if you take a quick look at that, maybe I could probably share my screen. Host has disabled participant screen sharing. Host, I thought I was an admin. Hold on, she's giving me the finger. Can you guys see her? Now can you do it? Let's try it now, she says. No. It's under the security button there. Hey, all right. So let's see if I can find what I'm looking for, which is going to be right here. Can you guys see this? Oh, good. You're blocking
Sure
me
can.
now. I have to close you down. So we only had a few transactions go through the books. We did make a check to cover some Sugar Shack expenses. That's what that is. We made a big deposit. It's actually 2 deposits. But this is the money that came in from the Square One Art. 5,823. That's a pretty good number. And what else did we cover here? See, so that's about it. And some other money go with the teacher startup costs. I think most of that was already reported already the first week of November. And we had a couple of sale transactions. One by, I believe, our assistant principal, Ms. Cataret, for Spiritware. So we made $72 selling Spiritware. So for the year, we're on track as far as I can see in terms of the fundraising and the fund spending. But there's a lot more to come in the spring. It's been just a quiet time. As for our cash position, it's the same. So we still have enough money in the people's checking account to cover a full year's worth of programming if we need it. So that's still a higher balance than I would normally recommend that we keep. But we still got that residual effect from COVID year. My other item that I would report as the treasurer is our tax reports. Our tax accountants asked us to file an extension because they were just too busy to help us that week. And so we filed an extension, and they're probably going to get done in the next couple weeks or so. So we don't pay taxes, so there's no penalty to filing late or filing for an extension. So that's all in process, but probably we'll be able to report that it's done at our next meeting, but not done yet. Are there any questions for the treasurer? Excellent. If Mr. Adler were here, he'd have me swapping hats. Okay, the next report by President. Ha, she's on mute. And she's silent. The President will be reaching out to MSS teacher representatives to further discuss flexible seating. 2 thumbs up. Let's see. We have some open PTO positions. I think that's the next agenda item. This is something that's sort of been ongoing. I don't know if anybody has any ideas for how to get these positions filled, but this is a chronic condition on the PTO. This isn't new, but we historically have had 2 presidents. It's a 2-person job, so a co-president would be great. Also, maybe a co-chair for fundraising. This is going to be Nicole's last year as the fundraising chair, so that might be more important than the co-president. Web administrator, we don't have our website administrator anymore, I believe, so we need one of those. And fundraising co-chair. Oh, I mentioned that. Okay. Wow. So if anybody knows anyone who wants to do this or has any grand ideas for how we can get the message out that we're looking for team players, now's the time to speak up. Okay, not all at once, please. Let's see. Next on the agenda, a report by the fundraising co-chairs. Nicole, would you like to take it? How about Laura? I have notes that say Laura. I see Laura. Laura's at the meeting. Would you
No,
like to
I'm
speak
here.
Would you like to speak about Square One or Breathe New Hampshire or Spiritware?
I think since I'm brand new to this, I would have to defer to Nicole. However, I know we've just been continuing to work on it and get updates.
Do you know if there's more Square One Art money coming in, or is that program all done? I know we got our Square One.
I believe it's done.
Stuff by Christmas, so.
I believe it's done unless Jennifer can say anything in the chat that there's money still coming in. I've been monitoring the emails. I haven't seen anything about more finances coming in, but Jennifer can probably speak better to that.
She gave you a head shake. Okay. What about Breathe New Hampshire? Is that starting soon? Do you know, Laura?
I don't know. Actually, I'm sorry. I started in November. I was on one meeting, so I'm here to listen.
That's plenty of time. Okay, Jennifer might have written in the chat here. It is done. Oh, okay. So I think you're just direct chatting me. I don't. So I think you're just direct chatting me. I don't. So, okay. And what about Spiritware? So I saw those couple transactions come through PayPal. Is there other Spiritware that we're going to be selling soon? Is that a program that we're kicking off? Laura?
Yeah, I don't know if Lori is on the call as well for Spiritware, she can speak more closely to when that's kicking off.
I don't see any Loris. We have somebody on the phone with no name.
Yeah, I was referring to Lori Smith. I'm sorry, I'm not sure about that. I can look into it before the next meeting for you.
Susie Finnis would like to know any word on how much the PTO made from the Water Street bookstore event last week. I saw that, highly promoted. Any word on how successful that was?
I haven't seen an updated email from Water Street, but I can follow up with them tomorrow, or Jennifer as well. Yeah, Jennifer just said no word yet. I hadn't seen an email either.
And the standard reminder that we want to promote box tops, textile bins, and direct donation. Okay. Where's Kim Myers? Okay, because the next agenda item is Get Fit in May. So we did make a payment to reimburse Kim for one of the registration costs, I think, related to Get Fit in May. So it sounds like it's happening, and it's, stuff is in motion. Anybody have any kind of update on the Get Fit in May they could provide? Oh, this meeting's gonna be so quick. I know. Look at Susie Finnis. She looks so happy, but she's muted. I see your tree's still up, Miss Finnis. All right, so some notes here. Let's see, in case Ken can't join the meeting. So the 24th annual Exeter Elementary PTO Get Fit in May will be our first time offering both in-person and virtual 5K. So we know that already. In-person 5K is going to be Saturday, May 21st at 9:30 a.m. Is that news? Do we know that already? We're going to be doing the fun runs again this year. I thought that was great. We'll do that. The virtual event. Very good. Registration goes live January 15th. That's in 3 days. So this is clearly happening imminently. And participants who register for any Get Fit in May event by midnight on April 10th are guaranteed to receive a t-shirt. That is a great deal. Next update, hospitality. Is Courtney Evans on? Am I doing all the speaking?
I can speak, Megan, as well on that board.
Oh, there you go, Megan and Courtney.
We are starting to chat about the teacher appreciation lunch for the first week in May, and that's all we got for that so far.
Okay. And what about enrichment? Your name's on that one too.
Yes, I believe all of the programs are scheduled, and that's it.
This is awesome. Is the social media chair with us, Rachel Carter? I don't think she is, right? But is that the individual who's responsible for all those awesome postings on Facebook? Fantastic. She gets 18 thumbs up. There's more than 9 of us. Like there's 38 thumbs up. And the PTO update section is complete, unless anybody from the PTO would like to add anything. School updates. I dare you to be as efficient in communicating as I was. I dare you. So who would like to go first? Principals?
Before you start,
Oh, yes.
can I add something?
Yes.
Keith Schmidt wanted me to bring this up. They wanted to sell t-shirts for the sugaring house, the maple sugaring they do.
Yep.
But they were thinking of doing it in February, and they did not want to interfere with the spirit wear sale.
Oh,
So
yes.
that I don't know.
Can you guess what is the purpose of selling the t-shirts? Is it to promote the program or to raise money?
It's more to promote the program and get kids excited about the maple sugaring than to make money from them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this was a conflict last time it happened.
Right.
We were selling shirts, and then he was selling shirts, and we bumped into each other.
Yeah.
So
and he just wants to know. He just wants to know how you guys feel about it, and he can, just not do it, or if you guys say it's fine, then he'll go ahead. So either way, I don't think it's.
For
Well,
what it's worth,
yeah.
the window of the sugaring season is like late February through March. So that I'm gonna guess, I'm gonna speak on behalf of Keith, but I'm gonna guess selling the t-shirts during that window would be the most ideal period of time. I don't know if that makes a difference in your decision making and your thought process.
And what is the timing for the spirit wear? I saw some notes here. The
Mm.
notes are we don't know. Oh, right on here. T-shirts for sugaring season. Let's see. We got some notes. This promotional activity. Oh, good. Yeah. Okay. So I guess Jennifer knew about this already. Okay. It's so funny that you can't speak, Jennifer. Don't move your lips. Oh, she's gonna
I don't think you want to hear me speak. So
Excellent. All right. So I don't think this should be a conflict. Obviously, promoting the program is important. I don't know what the cost is that he's selling these at. My recommendation as the finance guy would be sell those maple sugar t-shirts at cost. So it's pretty evident that they're, those are not a fundraiser item. And on the spirit wear, I mean, the idea with the spirit wear, I think, is similar. Like, we want to establish that spirit wear is something we sell every year. If there's a year when we don't really need to make that much money off of it, it's this year. So, it being successful is in terms of launching it as a things that we have available for sale, and sharing spirit is probably more important than the money, the fundraising aspect of it. But that's just my view. So I would say no conflict. It's thoughtful of him to try to avoid the two of us doing it at the same time here.
Susie had put in, is there any way we can bump spirit wear to March? I don't know if that's a possibility or if it runs on school to school basis.
Since we were supposed to sell spirit wear in February. Yeah, that is a bump, huh? Well, the audience for the Sugar Shack, is that just one grade or is that multiple grades?
Yeah, that was
He
brought up
tried-
today. About, is it 4th and 5th grade only? It wouldn't affect the others.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's concentrated more with the 4th and the 5th. But I don't know where his target would be, 3rd through 5th, I would imagine.
And it's not something that 100 kids are involved in. Like, how big is this club of kids who participate in the Sugar Shack?
I don't.
We try and get everyone in the school involved by emptying
Ah.
the sack buckets.
Sorry.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
They
well,
don't have a club per se for it. Sometimes
see.
Green Team helps out, but it's kind of a school-wide event.
We don't have I don't think we don't have a dog in this fight. The t-shirts are for the kids in all cases, so it shouldn't matter. We should probably compare the prices to make sure we're all in the same ballpark.
I
That would be
text
my only
him.
suggestion.
I text him. I'll see if he answers. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yes, they're going to sell t-shirts at cost.
Okay.
So it's not a fundraising event. It's just a promotional.
Yeah. Susie says, why do we choose February for the spirit wear? Yeah, we could defer it. Okay, so that is a question for whoever's in charge of the spirit wear launch. Should we defer that? You can run that by Nicole or Lori. Good.
Thank you.
Now school updates.
I'll
All
give
right.
it a go. I'll go. But
Excellent.
I don't have like tons of super exciting. I'll kind of repeat some of the things that we talked about at the board last night. So we had our green team that we had a student contest for no idling posters. So we did get some of our student work up. Now that they're hanging, I kind of wish they had been bigger because they're kind of small when you drive through. They're hard to see, but I know that kids know their work, and so they're excited to see them out there. We're also just talking about ways that we might get the winners of those no idling contests on some like official metal long-standing sort of display out there for no idling. But it was kind of a cool way for kids to have their work displayed and be involved in something that was good for the school. So we have that up, and then Lincoln Street, they're putting theirs in stakes, but the ground's frozen, so they're going to wait a little bit to get theirs in. But it's kind of nice to have something that went between our two schools. And then right now, really, we're just kind of like an assessment season, which doesn't sound fun, but for some of us who like to geek out with the data, it's exciting because we're going to be able to see the gains that are being made, and also what adjustments we need to make for the next like trimester. So we do benchmarks 3 times a year. And so we're just collecting a lot of data, and then we're going to start looking at how we want to mix our groups for interventions. And so it's just, I think it'll be interesting to see like what progress is being made. And, you know, it is kind of a feel good because there's lots of efforts and teachers are busting their behinds trying to meet kids where they are. So hopefully we get some good results from that. And then we have our Alma reports are coming out January 28th. I said at the board meeting, which not too many, I don't know how many people tuned into the board meeting, but it would be nice to make sure that families have their information up to date because they're sent out electronically. So if there's old emails and stuff, they might miss that memo. So if we can get it out there to make sure that their information is up to date. And we have our teachers are working in teams to try to build those reports so that they are, I think, more reader friendly for families on exactly what those I can statements are and what data points we're using to establish if a student is proficient in those areas. So we're having lots of conversations with that and letting teams have some opportunities to work together to try to build that common understanding. And then with our site-based leadership team, we at Main Street, we have Mariam, who's been working with Lincoln Street for the last couple of years. She's going to come and talk to us about restorative practices at a K2 level. How does that look for the little kids? And talking about building a community and how do you repair your community, and how do we talk about if there has been some harm done, how do we talk about how that made us feel and get to a place where we're able to welcome kids back so that we are unified and everybody feels like they have a place here, and that you're always able to be welcome back to the group. So we're going to start talking about that with our site-based leadership team. Our next leadership meeting, the next 2 actually, she's going to come and do some of that, building the framework so that our students will be doing some sort of practices and it will be more seamless from our school to Lincoln Street. So we're excited about that too. That's kind of where we are right now.
You want me to go, Robert?
Next.
All right, I'm gonna be Mr. Efficient, and I'm gonna say ditto. How's that? No, I'm kidding. So we do have a lot of similarities. It's assessment season at Lincoln Street School. We're in the process of it right now as well. Report cards are coming out on the 28th as well, and a couple of cool little extras. Lincoln Street School, we're just starting out our One School, One Book. We're reading the book Front Desk, which is awesome book. Every kid in the school, every classroom, I should say, is reading that book and engaging in classroom conversations about the content. It's really cool story. I haven't read a ton of it yet, so I haven't gotten it too deep, but I know it's about a young lady who's working at the front desk of a hotel or motel. It's a family-run kind of venture, and some of the different experiences that she has in doing that. It's going to be good for our families and for our kids to read that. Let's see, oh my gosh, I just completely lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, guys. Some of our staff is participating in a Winter Warrior Challenge. There's a couple different teams. The challenge is to get outside, take a walk for 1, 3, 5 miles, whatever your choice is, and just trying to get people stretching their lungs, stretching their legs, and engaging in that. It's totally by choice, so not everyone's doing it, which is totally fine. And I'm giving Deanna a hard time because she didn't join my team this year, so that's why I said that.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We're in Friends PTO. It's fine. See, tomorrow, the 13th, we have our sort of early release, and we're doing a professional development experience, a workshop, I guess you could call it. We're having 3 individuals come in who specialize in 3 different areas in which we're working on. So one's Mariam Levy, who is our restorative justice coach. One is Jody Lubarsky, who's, I forget her title exactly, but she's essentially the director of Seacoast Mental Health for children and youth and families. And we're having Kevin Pajaro Marinez, who's the assistant director of DEIJ at PEA. So the three of them are going to give like a roundtable discussion, and we'll have opportunities for the staff to talk to each other based on what the individual said. The main goal of the session is to sort of see and realize and understand the interconnectedness between those three topics, and understand how they support one another, and what we're trying to do in terms of creating a inclusive and welcoming school for our kids and families and staff. So we're excited to have that happen. And yeah, those are the big doings at Lincoln Street School.
It was very efficient. All right, shall we go through the grades? K through 5 or 5 through K this time? We going up or down?
You can go
Susie
K
fin-
through 5. I started last time, so
Did you start?
Alright.
I thought Susie Finnis was giving us the downside. All right, discuss amongst yourselves.
go ahead. Go ahead, Susie.
You have a better memory than I do, because I don't remember that you went first, but super brief. We are starting our weather units in kindergarten. And so last week's snowstorm was perfect to start talking about snow. And as Tanya noted, we're going through our assessments this week, and last week was PALS. Next week is iReady. It was actually really cute today, because one of them, I was assessing him and he said, how'd I do? And I gave him a thumbs up and he goes, boom, yeah. And he walked away. So it's super personality. And then we're just starting to talk about Monday, why we have Monday off for MLK Junior Day, and talking about that within the classrooms. And we were super excited to get outside after having indoor recess yesterday. So great. Susan, look at Nikki and Emily nod too. And when they eat in the classroom and then they have indoor recess in the classroom, it's a long day. So other than that, I'll shoot it over to Emily.
Thank you. So same thing, we're doing our assessments. Something fun that first grade did in December, on December 21st, the first day of winter, we did a lantern walk. So the students don't get to see each other a lot. And so every class, the 9 classes, made their own lanterns and put them on their tables or desks. And we had a little schedule, so we didn't pass each other, but we all had like a little parade, shut the lights off, and we all went from class to class and got to see. And so it was really fun for them to see the other classes and know like, oh, my friend's in this class. And so that was really fun that we did last month. And then something else that the school has done, Maureen Kiesel, the librarian, set up a You've Been Booked program. And so it's kind of like the You've Been Booed type thing that some people do. And she had a book in a bag, and you secretly delivered it to any class, any grade level. My class gave it to Miss Finnis in kindergarten. They were so excited to go to kindergarten. And you don't say who it is, but then every single class read the exact same book. So that was a nice connection for them to have a school-wide read aloud type thing. So that's it for first grade.
All right, moving on to second. I think Tanya put it perfectly when she said assessment season, because sometimes it feels like a whole season, even though, we've only been doing it for, maybe a couple weeks now, but we're getting there. In second grade, a lot of us are wrapping up or have already wrapped up Woodland Animals, and now are starting kind of a Countries Around the World unit, which we've kind of transformed from our old Holidays Around the World unit, with more of a focus on kind of geography and landforms, which are 2 other units that we are responsible for teaching. So we're kind of integrating it all kind of into one unit. And then a school thing that's happening, or that's on the horizon, we got in our mailboxes today, was our second round of after school enrichment signups, which is always a big crowd pleaser. So everybody will be excited, I think, to see those in their take-home folders tomorrow. So that's what's happening in second grade.
Hi, everyone. Great to see you. Great to hear you. Third grade is continuing their social studies unit on studying the tribes of the indigenous people in North America. We too have started iReady math and reading assessments. It's always fun to see, like, the kids are like wondering Where's my grow? Where's my glow? So that's exciting. And we're starting our diversity reads program. The name of the book is The Colors of Us. And like it was already mentioned on Monday, we're going to be talking about what's the purpose of having that holiday, as well as the impact across either our classroom, our family, or globally about civil rights movement and the influence that MLK had on a lot of us. So that's it for third.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jen Rader. I'll be taking over the meetings along with Katie Pepino, so you'll see both of us. I'm also on that Winter Warrior team that Drew was talking about, and I did look it up, Drew. You guys are in 254th place, and we're in 133rd out of 360 teams.
Well played, Jen Rader.
Yeah.
Nice work.
I was doing my research.
Drew, do you need my
so we
help
have a
then?
lot going-
Do you need my help?
What is it?
Last year you weighed me down, so.
So, like you guys, we have a lot going on. We have fourth grade. A lot of us are wrapping up volcano project for science, which ties in with their study of the birth of rocks. Kids have been doing research, presenting, building volcanoes, having a lot of fun with that. That's always a favorite in fourth grade. We are also starting iReady assessments. For us, a lot of us, the ELA is starting first, and then we're getting the math in, trying to get the kids like a few less math skills in before they take it. We have fourth grade drama club performance coming up. The kids will be performing Disney's Aladdin. So the kids are very excited about auditions next week for that. And we've started our student exhibition of learning. And for fourth grade, the kids have been, their project is going to be an opinion piece, and the process of researching and writing about something that they have an opinion on. And I did take a peek at, there was a spreadsheet that recently came out with their topics, and some of the topics I thought I would share are, should DC be the 51st state? Why hockey fighting should not be banned from the NHL. Video games are harmless. Retired circus elephant should go back into the wild and not into a reserve. Why fidget tools are a good focus tool. School lunches should be better, and why snakes make the best pets. So there's going to be a lot of interesting topics. So that's kind of what's going on in fourth grade. And I'll pass it on to Stephanie.
Hi, everybody. Happy New Year. We did in December letters to the nursing home. We made cards and we did poetry and sent that off to the nursing homes. And then the fifth grade painted rocks and put little sayings on them, smile, have a good day. And then we walked around town and we placed the rocks in different places. I don't know if anybody's seen them, but
One of my students was talking about that.
Good. I'll tell the kids, they'll be excited. So that was a fun project. Some of us have participated in the virtual field trip put on by the Boston Museum of Science. We saw the changing sky, which was really neat because they used their telescopes to look at different planets and where they were. They looked at star constellations. So the students were very interested, and they wanted to know more about the sky. So that was a lot of fun. We too are doing the iReady assessments. MLK is being discussed, and along with our diversity programs. So they're working on that too. Chemistry, we're just finishing chemistry and we haven't blown anything up. So we're good. We did make slime, it's a messy thing, but they enjoyed that. So we continue to plug along and get through the days. And the green team is making an attempt at composting on a very small scale. They'll do some classes that are interested in doing it, and they're trying to start that back up. Student council, the store, they're trying to bring that back in February. So they'll be sending home a little letter about the school store. And that's all I have. Have a wonderful evening.
Okay, I forgot to ask at the beginning or remind us that if there's anyone new, the procedure is put your name and email in the chat so we have a record of who's at the meetings. So most of you look pretty familiar to me. I see we have someone on the phone. I don't know if anybody knows who that is. 918-2978. You're on mute, so if you're telling us who you are, we don't know. Is that Nicole by chance? That would be great. So phone caller, are you on? Are you with us? 603-918-2978. A mystery guest. All right then. Okay, so at this point in the agenda, I'm supposed to ask if there are any other things, any topics anybody wants to talk about. Okay, very good. I'll remind everyone that the next PTO meeting is February 9th. That's 4 weeks from now. And if Margaret goes to take minutes, or if we write up minutes from this, there probably needs to be some official, like, I motion to something and I second to something. So I motion to whatever those things are for all of the things that need motioning. Is anybody going to second?
Second all of your motions.
There you go. So if we need any official motioning and seconding, you have it right there. Was that Sarah? Who seconded me? Yes,
Yeah,
it was. Okay,
that's about
very
all
good.
I'm good for right now.
We'll take it. Somebody has to do that. So that was excellent. In 37 minutes, I thought we covered a lot of great topics. I can't wait to see everybody healthy again at the next meeting. I'll probably be out sick by then. I've been COVID free up until now. Shall we adjourn the meeting? Meeting adjourned. Bye, everybody.